All right, so here is our recap for today. Ended up losing 1400 today, so um, kind of mad at myself because it was mostly execution errors and uh, basically everything that went wrong was because of me, not the market, not news this time. So basically, pretty good setup. I'm not gonna lie. If I would have taken it correctly, I messed some things up and. I want to blame someone else. I want to blame the market right now, but it is my fault, and if I'm thinking about this in the right headspace, clearly, I'm glad this happened. It's a lesson, and it's so much better to learn this lesson now than in the future with a live account, and I'm actually losing the full 1400 compared to how fun it is, and who knows, it could be a lot more one day. So I'm happy to learn this lesson now, even if it kind of hurts. And I do think these trades are going to hit trades because there's two trades. I do think they're going to hit. I just ended up bad execution, bad play on my part. So, with that being said, so market opens. There's two draws. So we had London sweep right here and this Asian sweep here. Right off from market open, 825, 830 ish. So we come up and sweep all this right here. And then on NASDAQ, NASDAQ, and this would have hit take profit one. Anyways, we basically, same thing, but we went a little higher and we actually took out Asian highs and then this New York high. So that's what we went off of. After the initial sweep, we moved down. NASDAQ broke structure and then ES did not. So we had SMTs for well, technically the bearish SMT was on ES because it didn't sweep out these highs, but NASDAQ was moving down a lot faster and it broke structure. So I was kind of taking that as I kind of like to lean towards the lower time frame that is showing the SMTs more, just because usually the lower, if the higher time frame is showing SMTs, usually the lower time frame is going to be the one that's going to be, because I'm taking lower time frame trades, that's the one that's going to play out better for me. So, and then plus NASDAQ's a little bit faster moving. I like to go with NASDAQ either way. So it would have been on NASDAQ, and basically after that break, just looking for 5-minute retrace, which we got. And then instead of breaking to the downside, we just kind of continued up, and we actually swept that original high. And then on ES, that's actually when we made the move up to sweep the Asian high, because the original move did not sweep. It was like equal highs with it. So I took that in the moment. Thing is I'm out of it right now because of low sleep, and I just knew my headspace wasn't right going into the day, and kind of just makes me mad that I didn't stop myself. But we after that sweep, after the retrace, we didn't break structure to the upside, so we're still bearish. And I took that as I'm down to short this. So after that candle closed, I'm basically looking for a 1-minute break of structure or inverse value gap. I actually was not paying attention. Sadly, I don't know what I was doing at this moment. I think I was either watching ES or I think I was trying to figure out something with the account. But really the real entry would have been here, because we inverse this gap right here, as you can see. And then we get a move up into this fair value gap. And honestly, we're being real, I don't know where the stop would be, but it'd be something like this. And then probably originally targeting these right here. So obviously that would have hit instantly. Still would have been in the trade. Could have hit take profit 2. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. But I did not take that. And after that happened, we got a big move down. And at that point, we're close to that first target on NASDAQ. So I moved to ES. ES is higher, so we do have more opportunity for that first target, even though taking the leading index is usually my strategy, and usually that works out way better. I did not do that. I kind of broke the rules with that. So with this, I entered on ES after this tap into this fair value gap, since we're in a 1 minute break of structure already. Tap into the fair value gap as kind of a confluence, and then right away that next candle I entered. Somewhere around there, and then my stop loss was just the top of the fair value gap. So the thing is, if I was in the right headspace, we got another sweep. So we got this sweep, we got the original sweep or whatever we got on NASDAQ, we got the break, and we got the retrace. ES had a new sweep. So basically that whole pattern would reset after a new sweep gets put in. And it never even broke structure to the downside on the 5 minute on ES. So I really messed that up, and I didn't even take that into account that I was going to take a trade on the pair that didn't even break to the downside yet. And so after we got that sweep, we didn't break, and I entered before the retrace because I wasn't even thinking about that, and I was just thinking, oh, NASDAQ, we didn't get a different sweep. We got everything we need. NASDAQ, it's going down. NASDAQ did go down, and we took out ES, which screwed me up. So basically, that 5 minute retrace that I want to see happen and I want to enter off of is the thing that stopped me out because I was stupid about it, and I kind of entered fast, and I did not wait for the full confirmation, and I was not paying attention fully to the trade and the charts. So we got that loss, stopped out, and I was like, man, this is going down. I know this thing's going down. I can see all the bearish confluences, everything basically working out, and I just got a bad execution. So I'm like, okay, NASDAQ, we'll try again. And I literally, it makes me so mad because I've not had a trade like this in so long where I not broke so many rules, but like took such a bad, poor execution trade. I literally went on here, I was like, okay, ES broke. ES is in a uptrend now, but NASDAQ, we broke to the downside on the 1 minute. A 1 minute break is basically what I took this off of. I guess everything else, yes, it was in play. But at this point, we have such a huge fair value gap right here. And my stop loss was like right at the start of that fair value gap. Obviously, that thing's going to get tapped into if it's truly going to be bearish, and it's going to need to fill more orders to keep moving down. And the sad thing is the reasons I got stopped on these trades is literally the reasons why I take these trades. And I know why the market moves and how it moves like this, but I just was not in the right headspace. So we took the 1 minute break, and as you can see, stopped out by tapping into that fair value gap. I low-key could have waited, tap into the fair value gap, and I think we're missing a candle here, but the break is whatever. Let's say breaks right here, something like that. Could have targeted that as take profit 1. Not crazy risk reward, but I mean, that's 2 trades right there that if I would have taken my execution correctly, I would have made money instead of losing $1,400 today, 1.4 R today. And I usually want to stick with one trade. I rarely ever take 2 trades, and I should have known. Like, I knew pre-market that my headspace is wrong, and I literally have like a checklist kind of thing. To if my mind is not ready mentally to take a trade, then I should not be trading that day no matter what. Not making money is better than losing money, and of course I lost money today. So, I mean, I am glad to be learning this lesson now instead of in the future when it's going to cost me a lot more money. I'm sure these trades will hit. It kind of makes me sad that they hit without me. And I mean, I do think it's better though if they hit, because it proves that my bias was correct, and if my execution was on point today, I would have made money. We are now at a 4 losing streak, so longest streak that I basically have ever had trading. And it would have ended today. at a 3, which is my previous streak. And instead, we messed up execution. And I don't think it was really emotion as much as it was just not being there fully. If I would have been paying attention, everything was put in here at this trade, and the trade for today would have literally been this. Maybe stops here, maybe. That's a kind of a high stop, but it would have been something like this. 1 to 6, second take profit, around 2.5. That would have been the trade for the day. And we would have hit it. We would have hit that, and we would have hit potentially take profit 3, which I'd probably go down here. So this would be the trade for the day if I was taking execution correctly. It's unfortunate, and I'm sure emotions are gonna kind of try to mess with me today. I'm gonna go to bed now finally because I've literally been awake for 26 hours at this point. I need to reset, and with this happening, I might just I'm gonna be on for the charts tomorrow with trading because it's CPI, and in my back testing in my data, CPI days are actually really high probability for me, and I make a lot of money during them just because of all the volatility. But if I'm in this headspace again, I'm not trading, and I really need to learn from it. I mean, it's not like we're gonna blow an account or anything because we have a 10R drawdown, so we're only down, I want to say maybe 3 max. I'm thinking 3, 4 max. So I mean, we're well within it. We're not blowing any accounts, that's for sure. It's unfortunate because I had a number goal kind of in mind for what I wanted to make this month, and now we're negative about 2 grand, just over 2 grand this month. So pretty sad to see, but I mean, all we can go from here is up. We can learn. The right way to approach this is to take the loss, be done with it, and let it go and learn from it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on that, and we're gonna kind of do the best that we can with what happened today. So that is how I lost $1,400 today instead of making probably 3 grand by the looks of this trade. Unfortunate, but this is what happens. This is the journey. I told you I would document this full journey to show that to other people that this is possible as a normal 20-year-old guy, and it is possible. You'll just have days like this, and this is part of the process. This is part of the journey, and it could be worse. So what can I say? Have a good day, guys. Try to get 1% better. I'm most likely this is going to be probably posted the next day because I need to get some sleep and reset my mind. So we'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for the next couple videos, and I will have an update if we do trade on CPR or not. Have a good day. Peace.